How big is the deficit that the Prime Minister is running?
Mr. Speaker, looking forward with the Minister of Finance to releasing the budget on the 4th of November. That budget will contain the biggest investment in this country's future in a generation.
The top financial watchdog in the country says there's only one bottom line, and we'll trust the PBO's word over 10 years of Liberal deficits any day, Mr. Speaker. And with this plan to split the budget, it's as if the Prime Minister has forgotten that they're all linked to the same bank account, and there's really only one taxpayer. So with the deficit set to double, let's just call a spade. Will the Prime Minister admit he's really just cooking the books and hoping Canadians don't notice?
We're going to spend less so we can invest more, Mr. Speaker.
He's really just cooking the books.
Sure, good news with this House, Mr. Speaker.
I know many things. And one of the things I know, the member opposite, the Leader of the Opposition, just mentioned interest rates. One thing I know is that Canadian interest rates are much lower than American interest rates. They're lower because this country's fiscal situation is strong, because this government has a plan to grow this economy, and we will keep doing it.
Speaker, the collapsing economy is bringing down interest rates, but the financial expert doesn't even know what his own deficit is. But another financial expert spoke yesterday. The parliamentary budget officer said the deficit will absolutely be higher because of additional spending. He said he doesn't know what the government's fiscal anchors are because they do not exist.
He's really just cooking the books.
He says the labor market sucks and wages are not going up. These are quotes. Is this why Liberal members on the committee who heard those truth bombs threatened that the Prime Minister would fire the parliamentary budget officer after 166 days?
He's really just cooking the books.
I don't recognize.
He's really just cooking the books.
I don't recognize that, Mr. Speaker. I don't recognize that characterization. I just appointed the parliamentary budget officer, and this government does have fiscal anchors. This government has fiscal anchors. We are going to spend less so the country can invest more.
He's really just cooking the books.
We are going to balance the operational budget in 3 years. We are going to have a declining level of debt, and we're going to do all of that because we're building the strongest economy in the G7 for Canadian families.
He's really just cooking the books.
The Prime Minister made the appointment of the parliamentary budget officer temporary so that he could hold a sword over his head and threaten him if he speaks the truth about the financial mess the Prime Minister has made.
He's really just cooking the books.
You know, to a government that doesn't know how to count, there is nothing more terrifying than a man armed with a calculator.
He's really just cooking the books.
We're going to present a great budget in this House on the 4th of November, Mr. Speaker. This is going to be a generational investment in our future.
He's really just cooking the books.
We're going to build this country, Mr. Speaker. We're going to protect our communities. We're going to empower Canadians. We're going to build the strongest economy in the G7. We're going to build this country like never before. We're going to build the Canada of the 21st century. Mr. Speaker, we are the true north, strong and free.
He's really just cooking the books.
So I just finished a Finance Committee meeting, a meeting that we've been waiting for the entire summer. It was a 1-hour meeting, but to my surprise, the Liberal chair broke the rules and adjourned the meeting, ended the meeting suddenly, and walked away. We were trying to move a motion to bring the Minister of Finance into committee to speak about the precarious situation that we have here. We have no transparency. There's no budget. The parliamentary budget officer has said that this Liberal government has no fiscal anchor, has no guardrails. We have no idea what's going to be happening. All we know is that there are spending announcements. The deficit is supposed to be close to $100 billion. And yet, this Liberal government, the Liberal chair, has ended the meeting suddenly and walked away knowing that she was breaking the rules.
He's really just cooking the books.
I have even more good news for the Conservatives, Mr. Speaker. On November 4th, we will be presenting a budget with generational investment, Mr. Speaker, that is going to make Canada the strongest economy in the G7. We will invest in our people. We're going to build this country. We're going to empower Canadians, Mr. Speaker. We're going to build Canada strong, and we're going to do it with all Canadians, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member.
It's really just cooking the books. And
Mr. Speaker, we will take no lesson from the Conservatives. No lessons from the Conservatives. On this side of the aisle, and all Canadians, we believe in this country, Mr. Speaker. Canada is the place where we attract talent. Canada is the place where we build ships, we build cars, we build planes. Canada is the place where we have critical minerals. Canada is the place where we have energy. Canada is the only country in the G7 with a free trade with all other G7 nations, Mr. Speaker. We're going to build Canada strong. We are the true north, strong and free, Mr. Speaker.
it's really just cooking the books. And
Hey everyone, a quick but important update. The Parliamentary Budget Officer has confirmed it. The Liberal government is redefining what it counts as capital investment, but it is stretching it so far that it no longer meets international standards. And I have seen this before in the financial sector, where numbers start getting massaged, when definitions shift, when those in charge try to make the books look better than they are. It's never a sign of confidence, it's a sign of panic. And I will say this plainly, when leadership resorts to those tactics, it is not just the financial performance that suffers, it is the integrity of governance itself. Let me read you the exact quote from the budget watchdog. This is a report from this morning. Based on our initial assessment, we find that the scope is overly expansive and exceeds international practices, such as those adopted by the United Kingdom. So this Liberal government is including things like corporate tax breaks, subsidies, housing incentives as capital formation. That is not investment. That's manipulation. It is how you make math look good while the reality keeps getting worse. But here's the real concern. By changing definitions, they can claim progress and their so-called fiscal anchors, because now they get to choose them, while dropping the most important one, which is the debt to GDP ratio. That's the anchor that every serious country uses to measure sustainability. So when you change the rules, instead of changing your reckless spending, you're not being transparent, you're actually hiding the truth from Canadians. And this should be important to you, because this is your money. You work very hard to earn it. The government taxes it, and now they are misrepresenting it and mismanaging it. And Canadians need and deserve honesty and transparency, not accounting tactics. We need fiscal discipline and integrity in government again.
Mr. Speaker, we will take no lesson from the Conservatives.
he's really just cooking the books.
A new subject that grips us all. We have enthusiasm, energy, and absolute commitment for our cause. We have audiences that respond passionately. We can speak from the
Président,
heart.
c'est plein de bonnes nouvelles à venir. Il y en aura encore plus le 4 novembre. Mais, Monsieur le Président, mon collègue doit savoir que ce gouvernement-là, la première mesure qu'on a mis de l'avant, Monsieur le Président, c'était une mesure pour 22 millions de Canadiens et Canadiennes. Quelque chose que mon collègue, j'imagine que dans son comté, il disait à tout le monde, grâce au gouvernement libéral, 22 millions de Canadiens et Canadiennes paient moins de taxes maintenant, Monsieur le Président. Et le 4 novembre prochain, nous aurons des investissements générationnels encore plus de bonnes nouvelles.
For the election, we're generating large amounts of money.
Monsieur le Président, à partir du 4 novembre, on va bâtir un pays fort, on va bâtir un pays prospère, on va bâtir un Canada fort ensemble, Monsieur le Président.
This will put an end to all our financial problems. I set the propaganda machinery in motion, and an hour later, the printing presses were chattering away. Our propaganda is considered to be exemplary. National press too. We have acquired so much expertise in this field during previous election campaigns that we can overcome our opponents. We frighten them, and they hardly dare utter a word. Now we will show what the apparatus can achieve if you know how to use it.